So they'll be calling you a radical, gonna hit you right on the jet stream from the other side. So it's been reported Giuliani said that Trump didn't know what those were. Can you imagine if he's running the show? Of course, we got sliding with Biden. I can't find my spent fuel rods. So let's talk about a little reality of who really runs this country. You know? So Kevin Watch misspoke yesterday. Upon further review, let's see if we can get this call right. The United States did not call Putin a war criminal. Now think about that. 20 other, nine other, all NATO did. Everyone is declared. Now stay with me. You can start Googling around on this. Dick Cheney and George Bush are convicted war criminals in hundreds and hundreds of countries all over the world. Convicted war criminals. Barack Obama is a convicted war criminal. Donald Trump should be. Sliding with Biden, just throwing some kids right off the gate just because. Whoops, my bad. Stay with me. You really think this is what democracy looks like? This country's never been a democracy. Never. This country is... It's always been a country of invaders. Let's start talking about history. I was talking with a guy, a professor. I thought he had half a brain. These professors are gonzo morons. I'm like, well, most of this country was France at one point. Why do you think this is called the Wasatch right here? Francis, cash, Francis. Who's the savages? Right here. That movie's based right here where I live. This, you know about the Louisiana Purchase? This country right here was declared Spain. This was New Spain, right where I sit, the whole western United States. Well, you want to talk evil invaders. Do you have anything what they did across America? The South is... America Vespucci! You need to learn to speak American. America Vespucci. Remember when I used to do those videos at his grave? He's from Florence, Italy. He spoke Italiano and Spanish. Mexico kicked him out, put up a tariff house. First thing they did in the old Pacific capital, Monterey, Mexico. Monterey, California was the capital. What? Lost to the Mohicans, the Russian River. Go to Oregon. A lot of Oregon, you'll see Russian Orthodox churches. You'll see Russia colonized. Claimed it all. Russia. Oh, well, you could see, I'm the left. Mommy said I was smart. Mommy lied. Can you believe Sarah Palin said that? You could see Russia from Alaska when reality they're a couple miles away from each other. Where did we get it? 2 cents an acre. Russia says they're going to get it back. Okay. All right. This land has been nothing but a fight of Europeans over this land. Just give it back. The indigenous people. Wallace Stegner, who I knew personally. My grandparents and he were friends. Stoic. Used to wear a hat like this. If you think the Germans invented genocide, you know nothing about the American West. I think it's his greatest line. Edward Abbey, who I knew personally, used to hang around Weber State. His 5th wife, she died of cancer. Growth for the sake of growth. The ideology of cancer cells. George Carlin! Ignorant, selfish leaders will elect, or ignorant, selfish people will elect ignorant, selfish leaders. Kevin Blanch! Organized religion is nothing more than the definition of generational arrogance. I have thousands of them. You label me, I'll label you. So, let's talk about this. Autograph copy. Russian foreign policy. Autograph copy. I have a book here that I got yesterday from Richard Richards, who's from Ogden. Brent Scowcroft. I know Brent Scowcroft personally. I did. He just passed away. I plastered his house. Yeah, that one. Who was in the plane in 9/11. Yeah. Now security advisor. They're from Ogden. Remember when Reagan came here to visit thing and I was freaking drunk and me and my girlfriend lived together over on Grand Avenue, and they come and interview me. He says, Reagan's going to go on. You got any guns? Yeah, I got an old freaking Browning shotgun. I got my old 30. You want a beer? You know, CIA, NSA. That's who runs this country. So why would they not declare Putin a war criminal? Let's see. Japan, the emperor, Hirohito, the oldest. I have a really great book here, and I can't even show it because of the signs that are in it. I'll get tagged. They're that horrific. This book shows about the racism against the Japanese, against the Koreans, against the Filipinos. It was Asian racism that turned into Muslim, well, not even Muslim, I mean, to Middle Eastern racism. The kingdom. So the war criminals called Saudi Arabia, who funded 9/11, we bombed Afghanistan. So Russia's invaded Ukraine, so the United States, I guess we should go bomb the Netherlands. I think maybe we should invade and attack France. So, did we go after Hirohito? No, we firebombed the entire continent off the map and dropped 2 nuclear bombs on it. We still to this day have not seen all the footage. Horrific on Balco, on chemo. So, who runs this country? Hirohito, he was 24 years old. He was one of the evilest people that ever walked the face of the earth. The Bataan Death Marches. I mean, you ever read about that creep? He lived happily ever after his whole life in Last Night in New York City. How about Anderson, Bhopal? Warrants all over in Bhopal fucking for gassing and killing. He lived happily after he died. I was in New York when he died of leukemia. Wonder how he likes hell. The United States protects war criminals like no other. Operation Paperclip. What's that? They're deporting a guy at 95 from Tennessee. A guy for 99 from Michigan. Somebody says, oh, the southern freaking Ukraine is full of Nazis. You ever been to Russia? Whoa. You ever been to Michigan? I mean, look it up. They just deported the United States a Nazi who lived at 99, a little late, like Pompal in Cambodia. They tried him and his goons when they were all in their 90s. It's too late. So what are we going to do? We're going to try Obama. We're going to try Bush and Cheney. We're going to try Trump. Trump's guilty of so many felonies. Why does they not, the Teflon president, Obama, these are criminals. These are war criminals. They protect each other. How can they call Putin a war criminal when the greatest war criminals of this century, you know, you go back to the last century, 20th century, we were all taught how horrible the beginning of that century was. Crazy trains off the rail. That train goes across the Great Salt Lake right there. Oh yeah, there is no Great Salt Lake. The buffalo are wandering off Antelope Island into these neighborhoods. I keep waiting for one to show up in my backyard. There's no lake. All acutely, all happens when we talk about genocide and a war. How about the nuclear energy crime syndicate and the media who waged a war on us, covering up Fukushima? So, it's unbelievable. What's going on? Of course they're not going to declare a war criminal a war criminal. Putin's one of the most nastiest war criminals. He's branding himself in history with some of the greatest war criminals in history. Everybody says, I heard him speak. He sounds just like I said, you never heard him speak. You don't hear Putin speak because he's not charismatic. His voice does not boom. He's not Trotsky. He's not Hitler. He's not anybody. He's just, hi, he's Bill Gates. I'm Bill Gates. Yeah, look at me, my full action. Where'd he get all that money? Operation Paperclip. You think that's his real last name? You think Jeff Bezos? All the .coms go broke. Not Bezos, but the sheep believe free market capital. You could be the next Bill Gates. You could be the next Jeff Bezos. You could be the next Elon Musk. You believe in this fairy tale. This is what democracy looks like. It was a constitution. Republic with a what? Oh. Patriot Act, shredded the, oh, well, it's legal because it's temporary. Supreme Court. Fuck, that Supreme Court's so rigged. Bush didn't win. Bush did not win in 2000. Ask Operation Foxconn News. I knew it. I knew that day. When you have a foreign entity that's run right out of the House of Windsor, an infamous media like that, which was illegal until Contract on America in 94, when I knew it right then. I'm like, we are so fucked. They just stole the United States election, fair and triangle. Lay down Gore. Remember the Florida Supreme Court opened a little window like fucking Wizard of Oz? Supreme Court did not rule that Bush won. They rule, oh, we don't have time to count. How many votes does it take to be president of the United States? 6. 5 Supreme Court justices and your daddy who put them. Oh my God, you're fucking drunk. You're gonzo. You've been branded by Operation Foxconn. You're hypnotized. That's you're getting sleepy, so sleepy. Let's read some bedtime stories. You like fairy tales? Do you like fairy tales? This is a really good one. George Washington. I could not tell a lie. I cut down that cherry tree. Betsy Ross sold the flag. I'm the Doubleday invented baseball. What? The Civil War general? What? Fairy tale America. We believe we're flag wavers. I pledge allegiance. I remember when I was a kid when they started that Pledge Allegiance shit. My uncle, who was on Omaha Beach on D-Day, was one of the first groups that got to the bunker. He got to the bunker, and I asked him for years, "You're the first group there?" He says, "No, the Russians were there first. They killed Hitler, or Hitler was dead." Or I says, "Do you think that?" And he says, "No, there's no way. He fled to Argentina." And this is so. I'm like, "You think Putin? It's just gonna. You think they'll get him? He'll go live with Jeffrey Epstein or Osama bin Laden. You think they really killed Osama bin Laden? You think about it. We went after Osama bin Laden so fiercely and hard. Why? He never had anything to do with 9/11. He didn't do 9/11. They were Saudis. Muhammad Atta. He cooked it up in a dorm room in freaking Hamburg, Germany. They were all Saudis. You know, routed right through here. We knew they were coming. You don't believe me? You go watch some of these films and these documentaries that have dove into them. Yeah. They went like this. Open the door and let them in. Vladimir Putin is a barbaric, hideous war criminal. He's been that for a long time. You know about her? Born and raised in Brooklyn. What did Bush and Cheney do? Bush and Cheney, no doubt, are two of the greatest war criminals. So you think about this century. 2 imperialist nations have been propped up into imperial. Just because they don't call themselves kings and lords does not mean they're not kings and lords. Big boats. Blood for big boats. Blood for yachts. Blood for yachts. Blood. Think about it. They all get their fucking yacht. They show up to COP, the international climate crisis that we're in post Fukushima. And why would Bill Gates be there? He's not a scientist. He's not a fucking IT guy. He didn't invent anything. He stole it from WordPerfect here. Yet, so Utah. I told Governor Cox, really? Really? You're going to get in bed with fucking the guy who stole the fucking operating system from Utah? Little SMRs, there's no such thing. Fairy tales. We love fairy tales in America. We love them. Clean, green, nuclear energy. Yay, yay. Hear no nuclear evil. See no nuclear evil. Fucking. The nuclear energy emperors, they have no fucking clothes. It's unbelievable. Then you got fucking treasonous rat Manafort on a plane to Dubai. You know about Dubai? Do you know about that royal family? Do you know about that monarch, the way he rules? Talk about loot of fucking people. Well, he had good teachers, the Saudis. You know, how did Saudi become? Saudi? I thought it was called Arabia. How'd they change the name to Saudi? How'd they change the name to Saudi? Saudi family? Rockefeller? Oil? Blood for oil? Blood for poppies? Blood for fucking sugar? Cocaine cowboys? Blood for plutonium? Sugar wars, molasses wars, textile wars. In Europe, they call it the textile war. The Civil War. I don't need your bloody Civil War. Feeds the yacht rich while it buries the poor. Human grocery store. Ain't that pretty? This is one of the most barbaric fucking murderous fucking rampages in history. What's going on in Ukraine? Genocide? Oh, fucking hey. Oh, boy. The Great Oh, did I name that right? In those early days on Fukushima. We ignore the reality. We ignore the truth of fucking full blown out nuclear meltdowns. Why do you think he went into Big Z verse, plutonium wars? I see nothing. They were Saudis. This century, talk about a fucking disgusting. No, wars are fought on both sides soil, right? Not these video games. Invaders. United States invades fucking Iraq. Saddam Hussein has weapons. No, he didn't. I mean, how many people would we kill there? How many? Probably over 1 million. That's not counting white depleted uranium all over your men, including the United States president's own son. Not that rat Hunter. How's Hunter Biden not arrested? Ukraine. He's an artist. He's got a show. How's Manafort not arrested? How's General Psycho Flynn? General. I thought General Benedict Arnold was, that's treason, right? He's a general, United States. Whoa. You know what Putin does with his generals he thinks are treason? Well, the minister of, on March 11 comes up the Ides of March are upon us, as I said. He's missing. Oh, I wonder where he's at. That's a tough one to figure out. I used to tell this is my line I always use to everybody when people act tough. Let me show you where the tough guys are. Go right down this road about a mile. Just turn right and right there. Just hang a left right there. You'll find all the tough guys. That's called the cemetery. Fucking Putin. They'll let him go. They'll let him go. This is a true story. The Russians supposedly had the body of Hitler. Look it up. Look it up. A professor from, went back when professors were professors in the 90s, when I was one, got in. He says, they told me they'd give me a few hours. This one, Gorbachev let him in. And he got to see it, and he snuck a piece of the skull in his pocket. Hurry and got out of there. He got home and he tested it. It was a 14-year-old girl. Osama bin Laden, oh yeah, they just wrapped him up and threw him over. I believe. Kenneth Lay, yeah, well, we didn't have time for a funeral. How about David Goldberg? Sheila Sam, you know about David Goldberg? Look him up. Trotsky to the head in Mexico. Forces, he was never on a treadmill here. He was never even here. Oh, we can't hurry and have a funeral. We got to cancel